Alright. Now, I don't have time to set anything up, so just give me 2 seconds. Sorry for all the audio feedback that you just got. Didn't mean it. Apparently, my Twitch decided to have its own way and just have the audio on when I turn it off to begin with. But yes, this is the last race of 2010 series as decided by everyone else in the league. I don't know if this is formation or actual race. I actually can't tell. I think it's formation, but I'm not being told anymore on my thing. This is the last race, as I said, for 2010 series. We all decide that everyone that does it, they have had enough of 2010 cars and we're switching back to Formula 2 cars at the end of this race. So next Friday, hopefully be F2 cars instead, which will be a lot better than, because 2010s are quite spread out series. It's not fun to watch because no one shows up for it. Because people tend to get sick of driving the same car most of the week, and it's always one class of car that's always dominated, which is Red Bull. I did start this early by accident because I was waiting to see if we'll actually race with the limited numbers that we had, and plus I was watching preseason testing for F1. First day of preseason testing started today, and I was watching that. So I didn't really start in time. But we'll have the grid is messed up because the guy that's hosting today, he never hosts it, so he doesn't know most of the settings. But that's the starting grid: Saxa, Conrad, front row, Jacob, PTRs. Oh, I don't know. Then Mr. Spice Slicer and Combine. Combine was going to commentate, but decided to jump in due to limited numbers in the series. This is going to be 25% race. I'm not sure if we're doing 2 races. I know at the end of the race, I'm not doing interviews because I want to kind of get back to watching preseason if it's still on by the time this finishes. But we'll see. 4, 5 red lights. And we got 2 drive-throughs already, 3 drive-throughs. Conrad, PTR both getting drive-throughs. Same with Combined at the back. Sax again, a great start over Jacob, but Jacob going down as the inside now down the straight. I think we're going 3 wide down the straight though. Of almost 4. Okay, this is 4 wide. This is not going to end well. Oh, Combined point out makes it save. Same to Mr. Spice and the Red Bull. Saxon Jacob still going side by side in chicane. Don't know what happened there. Lights just picking up damage now. So effectively, Saxa is leading by because PTR and Conrad both jump started there to start. So they both got a drive-through penalty. They have to serve, so does Combined. So that's just great. Jump back on Combined in McLaren. Doing reasonably well to stay with Jacob at the moment. Someone almost lost. I think that was Jacob. Getting a free throw pen as well. Conrad and Combined both in pits. Serving a drive-through penalty. We'll jump back to Lights, who's making an overtake on Mr. Spice. Lights does have that wing damage from the first couple of corners before on the first lap. PTR continue going on still, despite having that drive-through penalty. It's going to cost them quite a bit of time now. Everything has a glitch, and apparently lap 3. And this is 18 laps. We're gonna be here a while. So the scoreboard has fixed itself. We'll jump on board with Jacobs behind Saxo. PTR picking a 3-second penalty despite having his drive-through. So now he has a 3-second penalty to his name, which will affect his position. Got lights and Mr. Spice at the back. Final lights getting a bit sideways as PTR picks up a 5-second penalty for also speeding in pit lane. Don't know how he's done that because he actually didn't enter the pits. He's on the straight with everyone else. This is a great camera angle. So we're going too wide between PTR and Jacob into turn 1. PTR does have wing damage to his car. Jacob trying to stick around the outside turn 3 now. Doesn't get the move done because PTR on the inside covering off that apex, but Jacob gonna dive it down inside. No, Jacob stays behind but gets a better run as he's able to hit that apex. Gets a run on the outside of PTR. Tries to outbrake him into double right-hander. Both getting a whack from each other and Jacob going off. Jacob having a much better line into the start of the S's, able to capitalize off PTR's wing damage. Now lights behind, also getting PTR through the, and Mr. Spice through the S's. PTR really suffering with that wing damage. Now the interesting thing will be, will the game make him serve his drive-through first, or will it actually put a new wing on his car? That is the question, because I've seen it before. The game has decided to do a new wing over drive-through penalties before, and it's putting on a new wing. This might DSQ him. As combined sets the fastest lap. We'll stay on board with Mr. Spice. Closest car on track to make an overtake. Jacob falling out of a second now. Combined and Cold Rod at the back, bringing up the rear, and then PTR leaving the pits now. Combined not practicing these cars because he was just told to drive these just a couple minutes before the race happened. Had to use formation lap to get used to the car. So Jacob has caught up significantly. Oh god, I said that wrong. He's caught up very close to Saxa. As you can tell, I'm not into this because, you know, not many drivers, yeah, you can't really commentate but that much, but Jacob is giving us a good show. Mr. Spicer was close to the lights on the last corner. Looks like he lost out the last corner. Had to catch the car. Now he's pulled 2 seconds behind Jacob and Saxon going side by side for turn 1 now. Combined stand the fastest lap. Jacob having the inside for turn 1. And we'll have the apex for turn 3. Pulls ahead of Saxa, who was leading the race for about 5 laps. Now PTR is in pit lane. Wait, did PTR serve his driver, or am I just dumb? As it looks like Combined has spun out. Yes, okay, so PTR has done his drive-through. I don't know when. No. That is just me paying attention. As Jacob goes as fast as sector 2, so Jacob looks like he'll just run away with the race from now. Saxa won't have anything to say about it. As in the 2010 cars, there's no DRS assistance for the driver, so it's just down to pure driving skill. As Jacob takes the fastest lap of the race. And we still got 12 more laps of this. Hopefully, there'll be some more battles on track for 12 laps. 4 of the 7 drivers already with penalties. There's PTR, Conrad, Lice, and Jacob all holding a 3-second penalty to their name. Everyone else staying clean for now. But Conrad, PTR, and Combined all picked up drive-through penalties. That's why they all at that far behind. At the back, Combined pitting again, most likely for wing damage that he accumulated at turn 3. And it looks like Lights is on the back of Saxa as Lights goes wide on Daiwapo. This is a problem with one commentator. As Jacob picked up the 3-second penalty beforehand, the Lights just picking up another one at the hairpin in Sector 3. I believe Jacob picked it up at the start of Sector 3. Or the first turn of Sector 3. Lives still within that second of Jacob. Can I join the league? If you're Aussie or New Zealand, you will be able to join and race. But if you're not, you'll only be able to. You can join the league, but you will not be permitted to race if you're not Australian or New Zealand. And I'm pretty sure we have one tier 1 slot open. I'm pretty sure that's going to be filled before this Sunday's race, or it might have been filled already. So we will have a couple of tier 2 spots. You can also tier 2 reserve, but they'll ask you to do a practice race to judge your. They'll ask for you to participate in one of the practice sessions for a Sunday race to judge your pace, and they'll put you in a tier accordingly. There's only 7 races, so yeah, this is only Friday series. So since it's the start of F1 pre-season testing, most of the people that do Friday series are actually watching F1 testing. If you scroll down to the information tab where you get the about information, there is a Discord icon that you can click on, and that will give you the Discord link in the browser, and you can join off that. But yeah, Friday series for 2010 cars, it's not 2010 cars is not that great. Okay, I'll do it for you. You're gonna have to stay on blank screen for a little bit. Just give me 2 seconds. That is the Discord link for people that want to join. You will be given the fan role to begin with, so you'll have limited access. So you won't. I don't think you have access to tier 1, tier 2 attendance forms, because Psycho will actually DM you once you join. What does he ask? Yeah, you're watching testing. Okay, cool. Yeah, most people are watching testing. That's why we have like 7 drivers. I was actually watching testing before this, and I started this late, so I'm organized. I literally started and they readied up without me being fully prepared. So that was great. But yeah, we're always looking for new drivers. The Friday series is actually only. The Friday series was kind of brought in for new drivers. Like new drivers, reserve drivers to give them a shot at racing. Like tier 1, tier 2 drivers that are currently doing Friday series are only there to fill the spots. Light's having a bit of a moment. So sector while I'm talking. Yeah, tier 1, tier 2 drivers for Friday series are only there to fill slots in if like no new drivers or reserve drivers want to take a drive in the Friday series. But next time we do this, like next Friday, it should be F2 cars that we're doing and not the 2010 because this is everyone has decided that's currently doing 2010 has decided that they have enough and just end the season here. We're getting less numbers each week because people are getting tired of racing these cars because it's usually just one car that dominates over the rest. Yeah, F1 testing is a bit boring. There's not really much in testing except, well, for the first day there won't be much. It'll just be component testing for them to see how long, like how reliable the component is, how, like, what's the word? I completely forgot the word. I'm not sure. But Light's in the pits now for new wing. So he's had enough from that damage from lap 1. Getting a new wing, putting new tyres on. Probably going for faster lap. We'll just stay on board with Jacob because that's literally... Okay, I don't know if we'll stay on board with Jacob because his engine's a glitch. And I don't think anyone wants to hear that. I will find out after this race if we will do the usual second race for 2010s. If not, we'll give the results out. I can kind of give the results out from the end of this race. Not sure. I'll figure it out. But I do know the championship leader that was actually championship leaders didn't attend this week. Probably what they're watching F1 testing. Not entirely sure. As we actually have a three-way fight for once. PTR got past Conrad, don't know when, because I wasn't paying attention. So PTR is back into his starting position as Lights has had a spin last corner, put it in the wall, and now he's got wing damage. So Conrad has fallen behind by a second. We'll jump up to Mr. Spice, who's behind Saxa for second place, and I'm pretty sure everyone has picked up penalties. Yes, they have. So we got 9 seconds for Jacob, but that won't affect him as he's 10 seconds ahead, and Saxa and Mr. Spice both have 9, so that won't come into effect. PTR with 6 seconds, he's on the threat from Conrad behind, so Conrad able to get 4th if he's able to stay there. Combined behind has 3 seconds, and Lights has 6. So we're seeing the S's of the middle sector take a few victims with the penalties. So we look to Mr. Spice to see him make an attempt at the overtake. Pulls out, has a little look, decides to pull back in under braking. Like he didn't hit the car in front. Decides to pull back in behind Saxa, not risk an overtake. Jacob is building his lead even more. Now 11.6. Oh my. Now it would be great if I had a second person in the commentary box with me so I can actually talk to someone. Yeah. Always Mrs. Spice, who touched the curb, got a little bit sideways. Has ruined his run on Saxa on the final corner, so he's lost about a tenth on the last two corners thanks to hitting the curb wrong. If you hit the curb wrong, it can really upset the 2010 car. The 2010 cars do not like the curbs at all, like normal F1 cars. The 2010s react completely different to what the current F1 cars do to the curbs. You're not able to take as much curb as you want. Is Mrs. Bryce drifting the Red Bull around while trying to get grip? You could say 3, but it's actually 4. So 4 laps remaining of the Mexican Grand Prix in the 2010 series. And to say the least, this is going to be a boring 4 laps. Thank you for the follow, Reedy NCM Gaming. Thank you so much for the follow. We all appreciate it here at AFR. You just tune into 2010 series. Hopefully next Friday we will be doing F2s and we're going to have hopefully a full grid because a lot more people are actually interested in the F2 cars than the 2010s. Not sure why we keep coming back to 2010s. It sounds like a good idea. First, like for the first couple of rounds, we had a lot of people. I think we almost had a full grid for 2010's first 2 rounds, and then it just slowly died off because of how much trouble everyone was having trying to control the car. And to be fair, I would say Conrad is actually staying fairly close to PTR. So actually PTR decided to pit, so Conrad has been taken 4th. PTR might also get jumped by Combined, who is also behind him. Not sure how long the pit is for here. Looks like he's actually getting held quite a bit. Oh, he's got a new front wing. That'll be the reason for his long pit stop. Then he'll be jumped by Combined. Just passing him now as he exits the pit lane. Lights won't be able to catch up to PTR. As Jacob starts the second to last lap. Hello, Biggles. I am by myself yet again. And I'm not having fun. There's 7 people. This is kind of boring. Because the gaps are so big. 3 people jump started it and it just didn't help. hopefully we got F2s next week, so I'll be a lot happier. But I will be asking him once this race finishes if we are doing another race like we usually do, and someone's spun it. Okay, let's find out who. Ooh, Lights says spun it at the S's. Let's Jacob Pye. Good sportsmanship not to block the leader car and cause a crash. I'm not sure if we run ghosting on in this series. I honestly can't remember, but we'll stay on board Jacob, so you guys are going to have to put up with this engine glitch. Stay on board with Jacob as he does the final lap of the race. As he's already lapped Lights, the Lights behind him will be also finishing a lap down. PTR still chasing down Combined. They're both in the same car, so it will be entirely off the pace of the driver to keep the person behind or in front. As Jacob comes into the final sector now, around the third to last corner to take the checker flag for the, I'll say the last time, but you know there's another race after this probably. So Jacob taking the checker flag will take first place. Lights behind him will take 7th. Then we'll have Saxa behind it with Mr. Spice closely behind Mr. Spice, putting up a good fight, but losing on the traction a few times, which set him back a bit. So, and he also had more penalties. So Jacob, Saxa, and Mr. Spice will be your top 3. We will have Conrad in 4th, and then PTR and Combined. PTR and Combined actually flying over 5th place now. Actually right on board with PTR as he's chasing Combined. As it looks like PTR has been DSQ'd. Yes, he has. Alright. So Lives will take P6 now, and PTR will take 7 as PTR got DSQ'd for that corner cut. As Conrad takes 4th place behind Mrs. Price for a 8-second gap. That's because of the drive-through, as Combined finishes 5th, also crashing his car. Invite to next day, Shawfina bait. Make his return. I have to ask if we are doing another race, because I don't know with 8 people, to be honest. So Jacob, Saxa, and Mrs. Spice will take your top 3 respectively. Conrad surprisingly putting it in 4th place. And then the Combined taking 5th, Lights taking 6th, and then we got PTR who got DSQ'd on the final lap. That'll be your finishing positions, and hopefully it is done right, but Jacob hopefully puts him in reverse order, so PTR should be starting first. Yeah, I hope. PTR did pick up faster than I'm not sure if he will take that point with him since he got DSQ'd, but we'll find out. Lights also on the cusp of getting DSQ'd, 15 seconds of penalties. Jeez. Jacob with 12 to his name as well. I didn't realize how many people were getting penalties. My thing didn't even show many penalties show up, but now we wait until next race. Well, I want to find out if we actually do another. hopefully we actually have more people. Because I want to see how far is everyone testing. Um, looks like we're doing another race, but we do have one more driver. Batemate will be joining us in the Ferrari, as he said on the stream, so we'll have one extra car on track to commentate on. Ferrari not being the best car, but Batemate deciding otherwise by the performances he has pulled out in that car. Not great results, but he's actually showing quite good pace with that car. I believe he was second for most of the time in Canada until issues occurred under a VSC. But here we are, final race of the season for the 2010 series. Next series, as I've said multiple times, hopefully it's F2, because that is way more entertaining. Now I've just been pinged by who? Okay, here we go. I think this is Formation Lab. We got pitch start strategy, and I got no sound. Never mind, sound is here. So, as said before, PTR lights will be assigned front row. Combined Conrad will be starting second. Mr. Saxa on the third, and Jacob Batemate on the fourth. Batemate not being able to participate in last race will mean he will start with Jacob, who finished first last race. Now we got another 18 laps to spectate for. The series is preset early, so all these guys are using preset setups on the cars. As all the cars go, we'll just wait for PTR all the way at the back to get into his grid slot. And then the race will be underway. We got no lights, this is great. 4 or 5 red lights. Conroy gets a drive-through penalty again for the second race in a row. Yeah, doesn't take off, lets all cars by. Great sportsmanship from the Red Bull driver. PTR again a great start. Has a combined pull out on the outside for turn 1. Batemate looking on the inside, but goes on the inside of Lights, and this is Spice for turn 1. There was contact in the back between one of the Red Bulls. One of the Red Bulls having a half spin. I think that was Lights who had a half spin at the back during the 1, 2, and 3. Lights dropping quite a few positions. He's gone side by side with Jacob. No, Jacob's gone side by side with Sack. I actually don't even know. I'm lost. It was okay. Lights and Jacob gone side by side. Sax is right behind him. Jacob pulling ahead. Now Jacob sits behind. Mr. Spice's Conrad has spun it out of double right hander. PTR leading the pack 1.3 or 1.4 second the gap. Now, lower cars are going right. Batemate having slight issue in the S's, dropping down in the 5th from 3rd place. PTR saying the fastest lap 22.9 in the McLaren at the front. Got a different car leading the pack other than the Red Bull, but that might change over the race. It's currently a McLaren 1-2, Mr. Spice and Jacob both in the Red Bulls. Batemate holding his own in that Ferrari against Saxa in the Red Bull as well. Conrad in the pits, I believe he is getting a wing change. After he took damage, all my dealers had disappeared. I go back. And I love this glitch for the Sector 1 thing. Woo! So all my dealers are not updating. This is just great. Now there we go. The deltas are all fixed. Thank you, Biggles, for the raid. Much appreciated. We are currently in the 2nd race for 2010 series. Final race of the series as well. And then we'll be returning to F2's next season. Currently we're watching a three-way fight for 2nd place. PTR pulling almost a 4-second gap. Well, like, how many races has we done this season, or how many races have we done, like, in the stream? I'm gonna, if it's like how many races in the stream, we have completed 1, we started 2nd, which was final 1, PTR picking up a 3-second penalty at the front. Now his gap's gone down to 1.4 seconds, or 1.3 over combined, who's now fighting with Mr. Spice and Jacob for 2nd place. Then we've got Batemate, Saxa, and Lights all fighting for 5th. Batemate being in the Ferrari, Jacob making a move on Mr. Spice at the hairpin. No, I'm good. To be honest, it's fine. I commentate for about 10 laps, then the gaps get very big over time, then it's just, I don't know what to do. But, good thing this is the final race of 2010 though, because this wasn't gonna be happy if we went to do the whole season. No commentary left alone. The guy in combined in 2nd was supposed to be helping me commentate, but since there was low numbers of drivers, they actually decided that he was going to race to fill a seat up. Batemate just joined for the 2nd race. I think Batemate was preoccupied Like something else, Lights picking up a 3-second penalty at the back. Oh, I think I'm seeing like, pretty wide into, what's that? I don't even know what turn that is. Yeah, we're going pretty wide into sector 3, I know that for sure. Lights, having a bit of issues in sector 3 after the hairpin. Now Saxon and Lights battling each other lane. Bateman, oh, okay, I pressed the wrong button. That's just great. Lights and Saxon going side by side all the way down to turn 1, almost side by side. Well, technically side by side. Bateman Fry holding his own against the Red Bulls that have insane downforce. Fry, I'm not sure how Bateman is holding his place. I would have expected that Ferrari to go spin at the moment, but it hasn't happened yet. Jump up to Mr. Spice, or we'll jump on board with Combine, who's in the middle of a Red Bull sandwich. Jacob 6.8 second gap to PTR. PTR does have that 3-second penalty though, so it's actually a 3.9 second gap. So, and I think Mr. Spice and Lights also both having a 3-second penalty, so they're both. Oh well, Mr. Spice is gone. Oh, he's kind of safe. He's like 9 safe of Batemate in front. Lights will not lose a position because Conrad is a minute behind because of having to repair a front wing and then serve a drive-through penalty for jumping the start. Now Mr. Spice is on the charge down the back straight on Combine. Let's see the straight line speed difference between the Red Bull and the McLaren. Red Bull already capping out its max speed. Same with the McLaren, but the Red Bull having a lot more braking power and downforce. Kind of caught up in the corners, not much though. Jacob already 0.1 second from Combine. Not able to catch PTR though because of the long straight. The McLaren has the advantage if a Red Bull behind doesn't have any slipstream. Mr. Spice getting that section all wrong, cuts the corner and touches the dirty side of the track, loses rear traction and decides to drift all the way to the exit of the double right-hander. Now he might be in a bit of trouble. Now he's going to be joining the battle between Batemate, Saxon and Lights, all for 5th. Batemate will be gaining 4th at this time due to Mr. Spice's penalty. As Saxon tries to make it side by side to sector 3. As Lights sends it down the inside of Saxa. Saxa doing well to get out of the way of a flying Lights coming into the hairpin. Optimistic mover from Lights in the Red Bull on Saxa. Lights going out of track limits, getting a 3-second penalty. Not a very... I'm sorry, but it's very stupid that he did that. Because I was on the straight. The Lights now chasing down Batemate. Will jump aboard the Lights, who looks like he's close enough to make a move on Batemate. Jacob picking up the 3-second penalty in the second. That has just given PTR his 6-second lead back to him. Combine now in position to take second place if he's able to stay within within 3 seconds of Jacob. Mr. Spice and Lights and Bateman trying to go side by side through the S is not going to work well for the first part. Good thing that went single file. Now Saxa has just come out of nowhere. I don't know where Saxa's coming, but he's trying to send it around the outside of the first corner of sector 3. I'm not going to remember the corner names, but sends it down the inside of the hairpin. Looks to get a better exit on Lights side by side for the final corner still. Looks like Saxa getting a better run out of the final corner. I don't know, there's no good camera angles for this. Still side by side all the way down to turn 1. I'm pretty sure Lights had tiny bit of slipstream on Batemate. Saxa forcing Lights onto the apex curb, and then Lights doing the same to Saxa, so having to pull out of the fight to give Lights the position. Now, gaps have grown. PTR picking up another 3-second penalty, so his gap has just gone down to 4 seconds again. We'll stay on board with Sachs as his closest car and only car to overtake someone. But I'm getting at that point of the race where nothing's happening. Lights almost getting in within a second of Batemate in front. Sex is still on the back of the lights, putting all the pressure on him. Let's see the straight line speed difference. Sex are having a lot more speed than what Lights is having at the moment, but they're going to be side by side all the way down the straight. Side by side for turn 1. Sachs are going to have the inside for turn 2, but Lights will have the inside for turn 3. So Sachs is going to have to change his attack plan for turn 1 if he wants to make it past the Lights. Looks to be he's going around the outside of turn 4 now. He will have the inside line for turn 5, and then he will have the inside line for turn 6 and 7. Lights been able to go a lot wider on the exit though compared to Saxa, which allows Lights to pull ahead. As Mr. Spice picking up a 3-second penalty to his name, so that's 6 seconds penalty, and he'll be dropping into 6th. Because Saxa might even get Mr. Spice at this point. Oh my god. Look, I'll stop yawning, man. Yeah, keep it up, good job. Yeah. Kind of hard when the gaps are so massive. There's only one car to go off. He's not even. Oh. What? Taking too long. Taking too long. Lights ahead of Saxa in 6th place, finally getting within a second of Batemate. So Batemate's going to have trouble up his gearbox once again for the remaining laps. Batemate being a lone Ferrari for the last couple of races. The first round we had the 2010s in China. I think we had about three red Ferrari drivers, but all spinning due to the car having a terrible aero and traction out of corners compared to Red Bull and McLaren. So now it's only Batemate that's left in that Ferrari. He's doing extremely well to put it in 5th place ahead of 3 Red Bull drivers, but one of them did jump start the start lights at the start. PTR picking up another 3-second penalty. Jacob surprisingly closing that gap to 3.4 seconds now. It was originally 7, I believe. I think it was 7. Not quite sure. But Lights now on was extremely close. Oh yeah, Sax has had a moment. Oh, there goes the wheel. Saxa going a bit too wide on the exit of one of the S's, losing grip and spinning out, losing his rear tyre on the right-hand wall exit. Now Lights will be the only Red Bull at the back. That will be fine with Batemate. Batemate not having to worry about Saxa behind and not being able to rely on Saxa to put pressure on Lights. VSC was cool because of that incident, and now it is lifted off. Jacob able to utilize that VSC a little bit more than PTR. Now he's gained 5/10 on the McLaren driver in first place. But I'm pretty sure, let me just have a look at penalties. PTR has 6 more seconds than Jacob ahead of him. Mr. Spots also having 9 seconds of pens, so he will be dropping down behind Batemate and Lights at this rate if he's not able to build a big enough gap. Currently, gap between PTR and combined is 9.8 seconds, so PTR is safe from third place, jumping them in the results. Lights looking around the outside of Batemate, diving down the inside of Batemate at the hairpin. The game's not helping me with the camera angles. I'd like a different camera, please. Lights going on the inside of the final corner. Will have a better run onto the straight than Batemate, but Batemate looks like he has a better straight line speed than the Red Bull driver. Ferrari pulling that slightly ahead. Lights gonna do his usual tactic or not. Lights pointing behind. Holy crap. Oh, I had to yawn mid-fight. That's just great. Lights were trying to round the outside of turn 2. Didn't work out quite well in the Red Bull's favour. Jacob, the gap between PTR and Jacob has steadied. Now it's 3.2 seconds to the leader. Lights sending it down the inside of Batemate at the double right hand. Now they're going to be going side by side for the S's. That is not a great idea, to be fair, as one of the cars has a lot less downforce than the Red Bull. Batemate again is getting a bit tail happy, following closely behind the Lights. As Lights losing it out of the second last corner with the traction. As it looks like someone's in the pits. I'm not entirely certain who's in the pits though. Conrad's in the pits once again, not entirely sure, but now he's been lapped by all the drivers. Batemate securing 5th place once again, and now having to fight Lights again for 5th. And if he's not careful, he will go out of that 9-second range to Mr. Spice. PTR picking up another 3-second penalty. That puts him to 12 seconds of penalties. Not sure how many penalties he had last race, but he looks to be fairly close to gain another DSQ again. As PTR picks up a 5-second speed in pit lane. Now why PTR is pitting for wing damage. He just threw away 2nd place and he's picked up a 5-second pen, so that is 17 seconds of pens that PTR is currently on at the moment. That will put him into 6th place regardless of the gap he'll be able to make to Batemate and Lights. So Jacob back in the lead once again. Lights on the charge for Batemate ahead of him for 5th place, but technically it's 4th place due to PTR's penalties that he has gained. That is just a great camera angle. Woo! 3 more laps remaining of the Mexican GP, and then we'll probably see Jacob on the front on the top step once again. I'm starting to lose words I'm trying to say. Lights picking up another 3-second pen. I'm pretty sure I put some more. How many is he on? I'm actually not so sure. So Lights now on 9 seconds of pen. PTR on 17. Same with Mr. Spice being on 9 seconds of pens. So Batemate will be able to get 4th here. Not sure about 3rd though. He might be out of range for 3rd. Batemate and Lights are going side by side once again for turn 1. What will Lights do? He pulls in behind Batemate. Doesn't risk going side by side. But gets extremely close up due to the Red Bull's downforce in the corners. Jacob in the lead with a 3-second pen, but doesn't matter, as he is 7.5 seconds ahead of second. PTR picking up another 3-second penalty. This puts him up to 20 seconds of penalties now. Now PTR is extremely close to a DSQ. And if he's not careful, he is going to pick up a DSQ. It might be in the last lap, like last race. It happened to him. As Lights send it down the inside of Batemate at the hairpin. Batemate giving Lights a bit of space, but Lights went a bit too deep. Hits the side of Batemate, loses a bit of traction at the hairpin. And now Lights will sit behind him once again for straight. Lights eager to make this move happen as Mr. Spice picks up a 3-second penalty. Now this is put, I think this is put Batemate. I actually don't even know. Or Batemate is just out of range of a 12-second pen from Mr. Spice in the Red Bull. Second one. Jacob in the lead. Extending his gap to 8.4. Lights gain a little bit tail happy on the rear. Following Batemate through the double right-hander. Gone now through the S's. The Red Bull should have the advantage here, and it does. He catches up 2/10 within that sector. Batemate picking up a 3-second penalty in the S's. Not going to affect his position much. That might have cost him a 3rd place though for Batemate, as PTR sets another fast lap. Well, I think it was at 18.8 in the McLaren, but he is currently holding 20 seconds of pens. We're on the last lap of the GP with Jacob and combined for 2nd, as Batemate goes extremely defensive for turn 1. Lights trying to force around the outside, doesn't have he's not close enough to get it done, but gets way better action than Batemate. Now he's on the outside for turn 4. Batemate on the inside. PTR did pick up a 3-second penalty while they were going for turn 1. Conrad also getting a 3-second penalty. Lights going on the inside for turn 5, gets it done. Batemate's in behind, and now Lights is ahead. We will jump all the way up to Jacob, who is coming around the final corner now to claim 1st place, and I believe Conrad is not going to be the one behind, but combined the one behind Jacob will be finishing in 2nd. So combined not being able to practice these cars much because he was called in last minute to take place. PTR finishing in 3rd, but due to penalties he will drop quite far. Mr. Spice finishing in 3rd instead. And we'll see how far PTR will drop. So PTR had 23 seconds of pen, so we'll see Lights coming around the corner now. He finishes in 5th. Batemate finishes in 4th. PTR drops to 6.8, the gap between Lights and PTR. And then we'll wait for Conrad to come around the final corner now to take 7th. And then we'll have Saxo, who DNF'd. I believe it was on lap 10 in the out of the S's against the wall. Jacob picks up driver of the day for the second race in a row. So that is your top step. It is Jacob, followed by Combined and Mr. Spicer taking first, second, and third, respectively. Red Bull being dominant again and taking the top step, with Khan in second. Baymate finishing in fourth place despite being in a Ferrari, which is the worst 2010 car on the game so far. White's finishing in fifth behind Baymate due to penalties. PTR dropping all the way to sixth because of all the penalties that he acquired during the race. Conrad in seventh due to a drive-through and having to repair his wing on lap 1 and lap 2. Saxadine effing in the on the exit of the S's against the wall on lap 10. Now, I just want to find out. I don't want to press the wrong button, so I'm just going to find out really quickly what this button is. I thought correctly. That is the end of 2010, I believe. I hope so. I'm pretty sure that is the final round for 2010 series. We should be jumping into F2s next Friday. So hopefully we'll have a bigger grid. There might be some more. There might be new commentators. I'm not sure if I will commentate F2s. I might do it again. I'll talk with admins about it. But we'll see. Next Friday we got F2s. This Sunday we do have Tier 1 and Tier 2. I'll just quickly find out what track is that. So Tier 1 and Tier 2 this week will be visiting Italy for round 5. This is a custom calendar season, so we're not fully following the actual season due to due to us thinking that the game will come a lot earlier than we expect. So we will be doing a full custom as we've been doing for the last 4 rounds. But we will be going to Italy for Sunday. Tier 1 starting at 7 p.m. at Melbourne time. Make sure to tune in for that one. And then it is a 10-minute break before Tier 2 starts after Tier 1 finishes. And a lot of drivers really excited. We're going to be having a lot of close racing between the Tier 1 and Tier 2 guys. As it is Italy, it is a slipstream fest. DRS trains are going to be happening. You can expect that to happen. But as I said, next week, hopefully F2 cars Friday, and I will probably catch you all later. I'll catch you all next week. And I will see you on Sunday. Goodbye.